Hello, everybody. My name is Chachi. That's Tom. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. We're going to start with the Ravens game from last week. We're going to go over Week 10's NFL matchups. In Week 9, the Ravens, we went over this a little bit last week, so it's going to be more about this week's game than last week's. We're going to focus more on the Packers, but the Ravens won 28-6 over the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. My only thoughts for that game were the offense looked crisp. Lamar was they took their time getting them back, which I thought was smart. Defensive turnover really helped at the beginning of the game to get the offense rolling. You got the ball deep in their territory, a touchdown. Lamar looked like someone that was hurt for a couple weeks. He was getting his sea legs back a little bit, and then once he started rolling, by the third quarter, he was on fire. He was hitting passes down the seam, looking really good. Love the attitude from Lamar. He's just like, I'm done with all the crap. We need to win. He's taking everything out the locker room. And I'm one of them people, I think that stuff's kind of, whatever, overrated to some extent. But I'm also when it comes from your leader, then it really does matter. Because even if it's something little, everyone in the locker room kind of goes okay, we got to, if he's doing that, we can't really say anything, So, long way to go, though, for the Ravens. I just wanted to start with this game because I feel like there's less to talk about with them because, like I said, I'm not getting into this till we're back at 500. So they need two more wins. I'll say 3. I want 6 and 5. You get to 6 and 5, then I'm like, okay, now you're back in the race. I'm like, we can talk. I'll make you a contender again. Right now, I'm just like 2 more. I need 3 more, boys, 3 more. But defense certainly looks a lot better. But I think this week will be a big test against Minnesota. They never play really well in Minnesota. They have 3 good receivers. I know J.J. McCarthy's young, and he has made mistakes this year, but I think he gets a lot more flack than he should. I think the only thing you can really say about him, definitively, is he is kind of injury prone. That's what I think is true. The rest of it, I think he's too young to really pick at yet. You have to really see what he's going to be later on in his career. But it should be an interesting game because they played really well in Detroit last week and really had a comeback game. Because I'm going to be honest with you, even though it is a divisional game last weekend against the Lions, I did not think it would be they would look that good against them. They really controlled them on defense, and special teams played really well. That's the other thing. The Ravens got to be real careful with special teams, especially the kickoffs. Loop's been good, but their kickoff coverage has been really not the best lately. And with that team, they have good special teams. You got to be really careful. But what do you think, Tom?
Yeah, man. We talked about the Ravens last week, on the Dolphins game. They were, Dolphins stink. I thought the Ravens, they got this. They got Lamar back. It was basically, a warm-up game for him for the stretch run. Now, the Minnesota game will be tough, but Minnesota's weird. They're Jekyll and Hyde. So I'm not going to sit here and...
You don't know who you're going to get, honestly, but they can play a good game. They can.
You could throw the ball deep on them. Yeah. I think their defense is very, very, very overrated. They try to get too cute, and I'm not sure they have the dudes to do it all the time. I think with the blitzing, the way their blitz schemes work, that might be a challenge for the Ravens offensive line, but honestly, they're going to attack Falele because he's
not very
statue.
Good.
He's so bad.
He doesn't get low. His technique's terrible.
It's mind-boggling. Hey, we just have a big guy.
Yeah, it's sad because even mauling people, he's not good at. Which with his weight and size, you think he would be, but no. He has you always say, Tom. You know better than me. I can see it on film. His technique's terrible. He's way too high up. Knees are never bent. It's just bad.
Yeah, he's just big. There's nothing good about him. He's just big.
No, he can't slide at all either. That's really bad.
I don't know, but I think wasn't that supposed to be the rookie? And they have a rookie guard they drafted in the first round, and that his spot, or is he on the other side?
Oh, there's Jones Emery, but he just came back, so they're gonna give him a couple weeks before I think they're gonna even play him.
Yeah, I think that's the killer. I think he was slated. I'm sure he'll get. Anyways.
I think they're waiting a little bit just because he just came back. They don't want to throw him out there and he's stiff.
Yeah, no, he missed a lot of time. This camp, it's tough, right?
Yeah.
No, the Ravens. Like I said, you're right. You said it. This is a big game for them because you win this game on the road, your defense plays well, which I think they can. I'm telling you, look, Falcons went in there, helped made J.J. McCarthy look pedestrian. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, I think divisional games are tough, right? Because the team knows you real well.
Yep.
Ravens is a different beast. You don't have a statue in Jared Goff. I don't know if the Vikings are going to be able to get after him the same way. I think if they can get Derrick Henry going, like I said that to you on that film, you know, Falele actually blocked someone, they might have a shot.
Big if, right?
Yeah, man, you know, I think they have as good of a shot as any. You know, I don't think the Vikings, there's a reason why they're kind of just hovering around 500. That's who they are. So, I'm going to take the Ravens. I just think they're the hot hand right now. I'm not so sure. I think it'll be a good game, though. That's the cool thing. So,
I think the Ravens are being helped too. This year, honestly, the league doesn't have a great team. I don't think anyone's great. So I do, if they can keep this up, I do give them a shot. Just because I don't even know who's good, man. I really don't. Like, I don't think there's anyone that they can't beat. And
this is the first time since the Packers Super Bowl season that the best record team has 2 losses at this point.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make it clear too. I'm not saying the Ravens are that good. I'm saying I think anyone, like right now, if it presently constituted, I think the playoffs would be wild because I really don't know who's going to win each game. It would just be a mess.
I agree with you, 1,000%.
Like look at even Buffalo. Like we went over this a long time ago, and no shot at the Bills fans. I'm not saying bad stuff about you guys, but I don't get fans sometimes. Yeah, I know you beat the Ravens, totally got it, but if I was a Bills fan and let's say the Ravens won the game like they did, why would I be confident? You literally were getting blown off your own field, and then you got like a lucky tip touchdown, and all this stuff went right for you. You're not winning a lot of games like that. I'm just saying. And for the Ravens, I would caution wanting to play that, and they're like, oh, we could win the division, and then Buffalo might not and have to come here. I think you're better off playing in Buffalo with the conditions, because then running the ball is all that matters. And while their running game is good, I'm just saying if the Ravens are rolling on their running game, I mean, that takes away throwing the ball, and that's kind of crazy. So I'm just like, hey, maybe Buffalo's not the worst place to play. Now, the Ravens don't play well in playoffs there. They could way down the road here, but I'm just saying. I'm pointing out all these teams has flaws. I think it would be amazing playoffs if it stayed like this, but we'll see. Honestly, right now the Patriots look pretty good, but even them, I'm like, they start off slow in all their games. It's really weird. The Seahawks,
they're like the Packers, man. They start very slow and they're weird. If
you made me pick, and I don't like doing this, Tom knows that, I don't like picking like power rankings and all this dumb stuff. The Seahawks look the most solid, but even them, I'm like, it reminds me of like the Daniel Jones thing. I'm like, I get it, Sam Darnold's playing well and the guy can throw, but there's just something in me that's like he's gonna have a game where he's gonna lose you a game, and I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not one of these people.
Well, the thing is, Josh, they can't win at home. They can win on the road. It's bizarre.
It is weird.
So I'm honestly like, they get a home playoff game, I think it's detrimental to them.
Yeah. Another team. I'm like, I can't find anyone where I'm like, you know, when you watch a team, and you're just like, they're rolling. Remember the Giants before Plexico Burress shot himself in the leg? That was a team, like when I was watching them the next year, I was like, ain't nobody beating this team. They're crazy. They're just beating the hell out of everyone. I'm like, my God, what is going on? It's like, because I remember when the Ravens played them with their great defense, being like 38 to freaking like 10. I'm like, my God, and the 7 points was like end of the game, and they had like the third stringers in. I was like, Jesus. Every play sack, corners were like a foot away from the ball. It was nuts. I've not seen a team like that all year. They're all just like, and like I said a couple of times, and I still stand by the Packers when they play really well, like play top tier on both sides. They play well. They're like the best.
Yeah, you might see it this week because clearly they play to the level of their opponent.
And let's go over that. We'll go right into that game. This is really the one we want to talk about. The Packers at home were playing the Panthers, and then as you can see on your screen, they lost 16-13. Tom, go ahead, just go.
Oh, number one, I want to give the Panthers credit. Like, they're 5-4.
Yeah.
They're a tough team. But this is a common theme with this LaFleur right now. I don't know why he loves this. This team plays down to their opponents. It's so aggravating. They should have blown this team out. You know, this team clearly, they were nervous to throw it with Bryce Young.
Yeah.
You saw it. He had 100 yards. You know, Rico Dowd was okay. He was good. But I think Green Bay just didn't. They play to lose. Because I don't know what it is. Offensively, man, man, dude, their offensive line is not right. There's they've had Jordan Morgan at right guard. He got destroyed. He looked terrible against Derek Brown. And then when they spent all this money on a free agent Banks, and they had to put him, he got hurt. They put Sean Ryan at left guard. It was just a disaster. Like, they have not figured out the interior three, and it's killing them, right? Because, Josh Jacobs was okay, but they didn't really get him going. In this offense, right? So this offense is Josh Jacobs, right? They got to run the ball.
Yeah.
Love, I think what's interesting is they got to let Love cook more. They didn't in this game. It was getting real. The one they did is when they had the game-tying drive, right?
Yeah.
But they only gave Josh Jacobs 17 touches. He is a volume. You have to give him 20 plus.
Yeah.
I am ready to scream at the top of my lungs of LaFleur, do not start doing the Aaron Jones BS. It doesn't work. We don't have the change of pace guy to really be able to do that with, right? Just stop.
It's fair.
I think Green Bay offensively, to get out of this funk, they need to go more tempo, no huddle, just do something. They seem to do a lot better in it. I think their offense is just so out of whack, and I think it all starts with LaFleur. I think he's able to script things, but then he gets too cute, and he gives Love 2 plays, right, to his solutions, right, his run solution, and the problem is the run solution is a damn screen every time. Everybody knows it. So it's just got to be better, man. I don't know what to say. Unfortunately, there is this stat, though, that Green Bay on the weekend of daylight savings time since 2015 is 1-10.
That's
so
crazy.
It's also kind of expected that they play like this. It's just, I don't know. I've never been a believer in this until the Packers beat the Detroit Lions on 2 years ago on Thanksgiving, and there was the whole stat of when there's a waxing gibbous moon, the Lions are 0-15 on Thanksgiving, and somehow the Packers should never have won that game, and they destroyed them. And I'm like, maybe there's something to this crap.
That moon hits different.
I don't know, but
yeah, it's wild. Bro.
And so the nice thing is Green Bay, the following week after getting their asses handed to them in week 9, they've won 80% of their games. So under LaFleur, and I think overall they're even McCarthy and going back to Sherman, they were doing 76. So I think this is why this Monday night game is fascinating.
It is.
Because I think Green Bay, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they win this week or play really, really well, and they go to the Giants and they just lay an egg.
Yeah.
That's who they are right now. I put that on the head coach, man. I'm telling you right now, LaFleur needs to be a head coach. I'm tired of the offensive play calling nonsense. He has zero flow of the game. You saw it when, just the last thing I'm gonna talk about is game management. 4th and 8 on the goal line. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Kick the field goal.
Yeah, true.
I don't care what great play you have. Take the points. For the love of God. Because it just changes the way that, hey, all of a sudden now Carolina's trying to go win it.
Yeah. True.
Versus, those things aren't inexcusable anymore. Like, dude, you've done this for 7 years. That can't be. You did it in the NFC title game. When you played against Tom Brady, you kicked a field goal and said, well, maybe our defense will find a way to stop the greatest of all time. You go for, it's just like the situational awareness is just awful.
Yeah.
Every time.
That was not good.
But also the fact that McManus is recovering from this quad injury. He's admitted he's still trying to get right. And the guy keeps missing kicks.
Yeah.
Haversick broke a Packer record. I know it's going to be cold in Lambeau this week and all that. Dude, if McManus is hurt, you have this other kicker on the roster.
Let him heal, yeah.
For the love of God.
That is wild. That is
just playing.
That is wild.
It is, I get it, but also I don't. Right? If he clearly doesn't feel right, you are the ultimate guy that can make the call. So, I think this team will go as far as a couple things. I think Love's going to have to seriously just play out of his mind.
Yeah.
He can't. It's still crazy. He played a good game.
Oh,
People need to, Packer fans need to get that out of
their
their
heads.
heads.
The one that almost got picked was at, like you said, the 4th and 8, and he was just he has to try something. They're trying to score there, And,
yeah, I'm not really worried about that one. I think the dumb one is why are you throwing it into triple coverage?
Yeah, that was
into the wind. But I think also he doesn't have. LaFleur gives him 2 cans, right? Or he gives him a play call, and then he gives him another option, right?
Yep.
He doesn't have anything else. I think that's what he just did. He just chucked it, and he said, "This is all I can do."
Yep. True.
Now I think he had at the time like Luke Musgrave or Tucker Kraft. He got greedy. Don't get me wrong. Like, he can't do that.
No, I agree.
But I do think that's just Jordan Love.
Oh yeah, you got to deal when you deal with the big plays. You got to deal with some of the mistakes too. It's part of his game. It's good and bad. It's what every player.
Yeah, but he's having a career year. He's playing phenomenal. I don't.
Yeah.
That should not have dictated that game.
No, a loss like this is definitely, like you said, coaching, and this is a team loss. It's a John Harbaugh special, we like to call it around here. You know what I mean?
Dude, it was one of those. Like I said, I don't really have a lot of Carolina said, we want to play this game ugly. That's how we're going to win it. And they did it. That's, I think, the most dang embarrassing thing for LaFleur is you let them dictate the terms of play ugly.
Yeah, and I want to be like Tom and give them credit. Their coach has done a really good job with that team in Carolina. He really has. Canales, I think he's a really good coach. Really do. He's doing a good job.
No, I don't think Bryce Young's the quarterback, but hey, you know what? He is the game.
Yeah, he's doesn't look like it. We've seen enough with him. I know they've been a bad team, but I'm kind of like, I'm not saying maybe he needs to change the scenery.
They could go get Kyler Murray.
Oh, dear God!
They can upgrade from short to shorter.
Get your clauses ready for your Call of Duty gaming. Let me stop.
Sorry.
Let me stop. That's me. Hey, we gotta give a shout out to Jacoby Brissett though. He's playing well. I'm happy for him. He's if there's a guy that ever deserves a moment like this, it's him. He has put it. Talk about waiting for your chance. Jeez, that's 7 years or something. My man been knocking at the door.
I don't think he's complaining too much. He's collected a lot of big checks.
No. He's pretty well respected. I mean, probably one of the better backups. People like him. I mean, like anyone's like, oh, he sucks.
Yeah.
But okay, so my thoughts, pretty much echoing what Tom said. It's kind of a puzzling loss. It's definitely a game you should win at home. It's kind of wild. The inconsistency with giving Jacobs the ball is crazy because it frustrates me when the Ravens do that with Henry. It's like you have to be consistent. Like especially he's like Henry where he has to get his touches. Right, they get going later on. Right. And as well as Tom just articulated, they don't have a backup running back that's like a good change of pace guy, right? It's not a different running style. It's not a speed guy. It's frustrating. Like you can't really get a different look for the defense there, run different plays, make them a little scared. Injury to Tucker Kraft's tough. That's going to hurt a lot. No matter who you put in there, he's really good.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, but They won a Super Bowl when they lost Jermichael Finley. They had like 16 people.
Oh yeah,
on
you got
IR.
to step up.
I definitely.
Jermichael Finley, there's a guy. Damn.
Well, remember though that Luke Musgrave was actually picked ahead of Tucker Kraft, right?
He's a good player though. Musgrave.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you're not going to replace Tucker Kraft. He's an all-pro.
No.
There's a reason why I was so excited for him this year. That's why I'm so sad, because like I just think he clearly is one of their best players.
And let's give the defense credit. They're still rolling. They look really good. The running back for the Panthers, Rico Double. What I'm trying to figure out is what Dallas was doing. I don't think he's like Tom said, he's playing well. I'm not saying he's like the best running back, right? But you really didn't have to get another running back. I'm just saying he was on your team. Not trying to take shots at the Cowboys, but some of the moves they make no sense. But anyway, we'll get into that because we'll talk about the trade.
Come on, they literally, I don't understand no, I can't wait to talk about the trade.
Yeah, we're going to do that next.
It's so dumb. They didn't do anything.
No.
That's more. We're going to trade first-round picks all over the place to give you trash.
Like Tom said, though, I think Green Bay, they always step up to the competition, so I think Monday night's going to be a good game this Monday coming up against the Eagles. They play really well on the road, too.
What do you think of Matt LaFleur?
I
want the hot takes. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you guys think everybody can figure out my opinion on LaFleur at this point. Like
he honestly reminds me a lot of the Ravens coach, because Harbaugh, in the fact that except I'll give him this. I think, doesn't he call offensive plays, or he's very involved with the offense? I give him that.
He is the offensive play caller.
Okay, I give him that. And this is why I can't. So, unlike Harbaugh, at least he's doing something. Like, I see him physically like he's doing something with the team, right? But also, you got to take the blame for that, too. Like, when your team's not, like you said, you're not giving your quarterback enough options. You're calling the offensive plays. So, if you want to call the plays, you get blamed when you put up an egg like this, where it's like you just came off of a huge offensive game against the Steelers. And then this is what you show me? Like, I don't know, kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
And teams aren't doing anything different, Josh. They refuse to let Green Bay burn them deep because they know Jordan Love, he's going to kill you.
Well, it's like Sean Payton, right? Sean Payton likes to call the offensive plays. When you have a bad game like they had on Thursday night, which we're not even going to talk about because that game was so bad, but it's like, I know you want to blame Bo Nix, and I'm not the biggest believer in Bo Nix. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's Sean Payton. You're calling the plays, bro. What is going on? You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. And what I don't like is we do this with some of the coaches. The reason I brought up Sean Payton is the thing that gets on my nerves with Sean Payton, and I think he's a good coach, really good coach. People get like this credit for stuff they did a long time ago, and I'm supposed to just act like they can't be bad coach bad now or have bad games. Like, Sean Payton gets no blame. It's always we got to blame someone else because it's Sean Payton. Like, he's just this. It surprised me like when Belichick later on with the Patriots when Tom Brady left. Now team kind of looks bad, and all you not signing good players is kind of catching up to you. Everybody's but there's Belichick, so he can't be doing a bad job when they're getting 40 dropped on him. Yeah, you can coach poorly. I don't care what you did in the past. It's like Tom always says. It's a what have you done for me lately league, buddy. Listen, I'm sorry. This isn't 1985 Belichick, okay? We're not doing this. Same thing with Sean Payton. This ain't the 2009 Saints, bro. Wait, come on now. He coached a bad game. Bo Nix did not play well. He coached a bad game. Point is, what I'm trying to make a roundabout way, if you're calling the plays, you get more blame. That's just how it works because we know you are putting that pressure on yourself. I know what I'm doing, so I'm going to call the plays. When you mess up, like Tom said, when you give your quarterback, and Tom's right, Jordan Love can only do what he's got. Like, he can't, these are your two options. He picks it, doesn't work. That's all you gave him was a screen pass. Like, what's he supposed to do?
Well, no, exactly. And like Green Bay, I think they get too predictable. That's what's frustrating is it's like, yeah, we're going to run it on first down. And it's like, what happened in the Pittsburgh game when they kept throwing it and they would sprinkle in the run game.
And all
of a sudden, Pittsburgh had no clue what to do. This isn't what the statistics show. It's like, and I think, yeah.
And where I think he's like hard.
That's where I'm at with. I just think LaFleur has gotten so bland, and I don't understand. Like, go coach the damn game.
Now my hardball.
Adam Stenavich call the plays.
My hardball comparison is in this fact. That's why I brought him up. He does the same thing, especially at home. You are at home, like Tom said. He does this all the time. John Harbaugh does the same thing Matt LaFleur did in this game. You're at home. Kick the field goal. Instead, he goes for like this monumental, like, if we get a touchdown, we can put all the pressure on them and just. But then it backfires. If you don't get it there, you're at home. The fans start looking at you like, bro, what the hell? And then they start booing. The players feel that, the frustration. They start like slamming their helmets on the sideline because, you feel it in the stadium when the team's just like, damn, what are we doing? The Ravens do that all the time.
The head coach is supposed to be the level-headed guy with LaFleur. His problem is he goes on the team's like emotion. And that's not what good
Sometimes
coaches do.
You have to be the guy, like, in the midst of all the emotional stuff. You got to be like, look, we're kicking a field goal. It's smart. And I know the field goals aren't sexy and no one likes to watch the kicker. I got it. But sometimes you got to be like, guys, let's put the pressure on them. Kick the field goal. Now you have to come down the field, score a touchdown in a hostile environment. It's going to be loud. Your quarterback has not played well. That's why this made no sense. Your quarterback hasn't even played well. I don't know why you're afraid. They have to throw. They can't run Rico Dabble 14 times.
You got it. And
what are we doing?
Like what Parsons said that was so damn revealing is they were thinking, well, hey, they're going to throw it. And Dowell got that 10-yard run to get him in field goal position, right?
Yep.
And, I'm like, think if it was the other way around.
They couldn't run it.
They didn't have as much time.
Can't run it.
And they had to throw it.
Nope.
That's what I mean on game management.
Yep. And you have a good pass rush.
Yeah, it was a bad decision after the fact. I get so tired with LaFleur is like, dude, these are just not like. I've always told you, Chach, you take the points. I don't understand the NFL anymore with this probabilities. No, you take the dang points sometimes.
And it worked out for the Ravens the other night, but I did not like that call going for that at the goal line. Even though they scored, got it. I don't get why they did that because you just got a turnover on defense. So you just want to not score any points and bring the momentum right, and they've done that multiple times. That's where people are like, why with the Lamar bashing in the playoffs? I got an issue. I don't mean to bring it back to the Ravens, but there's where my issue is. Your coaches, all the Ravens coaches, you never set your team up to have confidence. You sit there and you put them in. You never take a moment where you get momentum and give it right back. You take the momentum and keep it going that way. It's a momentum sport. You get a turnover, you get some kind of points. You got to keep the other team kind of backed up. The worst thing, the Ravens do this all the time, and I could give you like 8 different games, especially playoff games. They'll get the ball. Actually, not playoff games. They don't even get turnovers in the playoffs. What I'm saying, regular season games, they'll get a turnover. Instead of taking the points, they go for it, get stopped. And you know what that does? The other team's like, hey, they got nothing out of that. Who cares? You got to get at least 3, because even if they stop you, they're still like, damn, now we're losing. Damn, you got to put pressure on them. Sometimes these coaches overthink it. I get it. Analytics is great. You saw in baseball this year. Analytics, that's great. Home run, all that crap. Who was in the World Series, okay? Just saying. The freaking Blue Jays.
Yep. Like what? The two teams that played and made moves when it mattered.
Yep.
I mean, look at in the World Series game.
Look at the pitcher for the Dodgers, Yamamoto.
Dave Roberts decided to put people in.
Yep.
Right?
Both of them in Game 7 pitched 2 guys that you never would have thought. Like, first off, the Blue Jays went with a 3-year-old or whatever he is, Matt Scherzer, who did not pitch well this year. They were like gut feeling, guy's a gamer. Did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with like you said, Dodgers. They were like, Yamamoto was like, I want the ball. On 0 days rest, they put him in the game. Sometimes you got to go with your gut. This analytic crap.
Yep.
It's not. People are not a computer. You don't know what they're made of. Some people want the smoke. Some people don't.
And Shots, they can play like what they do is they play the probabilities, right?
Yep.
And it makes sense. Like it's like no different than gambling, right? It makes so much sense. But in the long run, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
but
man.
it's like these key critical moments when you have a championship moment and you can't have the statistic. You have to know how to manage it and say, hey, I know my damn team. Like what LaFleur should understand. Right now, Jordan Love, he will go get you a game-tying score or a game-winning score. I am so confident in him. He has all my confidence in the world, Josh. When it matters, he can do it.
Yep.
All right, he has earned my respect. You have 11 minutes left in the game. Dude, like I said, make it to where Carolina, they're not going to win it. The pressure, and like, hey, if they don't make it, whatever, we go to overtime. The pressure is, hey, Bryce Young, go win it.
And you know what? I want to give Belichick this. Okay, that is the point of how important coaching is. Okay, I just told you how John Harbaugh always looks defeated when he makes a mistake, makes a bad decision. They go for it. The one thing you look when they were losing 28-3 to the Falcons, okay, or 6, whatever it was in the Super Bowl. Bill Belichick never. He just kept coaching, and then Tom Brady feeds off of that. And now, don't get me wrong, he has Tom Brady. I know Tom Brady was telling him, guys, we can come back. But the point is, when you see your coaches like, okay, this is what we got to do to come back. He was talking like they were going to win that game. And guess what? They won the game because you got to. And who got pressured? It's the other team. The aura started fixing it. You think they would have cared if he was over there sulking like, oh no, we're going to lose? Because you know you got him. You can't do that. Your team feeds off of you. You're their leader. You got to be like, hey, we got this. And you know what? People make fun of Dan Campbell sometimes. That's one thing about him. No matter how bad they're getting beat or whatever, that team, he's always coaching and upbeat. The guy's got the right energy. That's why it works.
Yep.
It does.
Just sometimes I think he's the same.
He goes for too much. Yeah.
Yeah. No. He's the player's coach where it's all about emotion.
Yep.
And this is where I'm saying, like, it depends on the team, right? It depends on the year.
Yep.
I think this year he's done a great job of it. He doesn't go for it as much. He said, hey, we're taking points.
Yep. And his kicker's real solid.
And that's, like, you have to evolve based on the team. And, like, that's my thing with LaFleur with these guys. It's like, dude, build them the confidence to win. Show them, hey, like, right now, I think what's damning is they can't seem to win against when they're playing a bad team, right? That they decided to play down to their level because they got scared. I mean, that's the biggest thing, Josh. I think Green Bay just plays scared.
And Tom, there's no
instead of playing their game. Like against Carolina, they should have just said, screw it. We're going to line up in 5 wide and dink it and dunk it until you can prove it. And just tire you out. And then we'll get to the run game. And just be multidimensional and say, guess what, man? Go against the grain.
Also, there's
clearly, Jordan Love just proved against Pittsburgh. He has arrived in terms of he is an NFL caliber starting quarterback that can go win games.
Also, I got to say, there's no self-awareness there either. With your defense is really good. They want the chance with their pass rush. You want to make a team have to score 7 at the end of the game. Like Tom said, they could have pinned their ears back and went after Bryce Young and just probably would have made a mistake. Yep. The game would have been over.
Think about it. When Green Bay got up 2 scores and possessions, all of a sudden that defense was just cooking against Aaron Rodgers. It's like, nope. And nobody, I know, man. Like I said, I'm just tired. Like, it's like LaFleur, you have, at this point, like, I mean, this is kind of where I wish, though, if they seriously don't make a good playoff run, I kind of hope that Green Bay seriously considers letting LaFleur go.
Yeah.
You can't at this point. This team is too damn talented. You better make a run.
Okay. Yeah,
I agree. Gutekunst didn't make that move because it's like, whatever. We can just go get Micah Parsons and fill seats. They made that move because they knew this team is good enough to make a run. It's time.
No, that's true. But yeah, it's like Tom said. I think they're going to play well this weekend, and there ain't really much else I got to say. I mean. You can't have that loss, though. It's too easy of a win. You gotta get that one. That's crazy. No offense to Carolina. I'm not saying you're a bad team. It's just they're supposed to be a heavyweight. That's different. And they're home.
Green Bay played to the level of their opponent, and they got their ass beat.
They did.
And there's no reason for it because you know what? Carolina is not that amazing.
No, and here are the other scores from around the league. Tom, any other games stick out to you before we get into the trade deadline fun?
Not really. I mean,
the only thing I'll say is Steelers stepped up, and I also want to say Daniel Jones. I think we talked about it before. He still can have games like that. I'm still not the biggest believer, but Colts. We'll get into it right now. Made a trade. Tom, go ahead with the trade deadline. You let me know what you think. Let's go.
Well, I think just to talk more about the Colts real quick, the Colts are proving right now that they're truly just one quarterback away.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I think this year's about.
Yep.
That's what I think the Sauce Gardner thing, I think they gave up a lot, but if you think, hey.
Yeah, if you can help.
Yeah, why not? You know what?
This might be more about the Jets. They're like, look, they're gonna mess it up. So just give them 2 first rounders. Anyone else? Yeah, the Jets.
Well, I mean, hey, there's not very often he's a top 5 pick in the NFL draft, right? Like, he's good. He's good. I think he's very overhyped, but
I think we're at that point with corner right now where, no offense, but they're just like the best guys are kind of grabby. I mean, I don't see playmakers like I used to. It's kind of crazy.
I think Dallas was just fantastic. Like, you thought they were going to use this to just build with young talent, and they go get Quinn Williams, who's older.
Yes.
He's still good, but he's old.
Yeah, but you traded outside pass rush for 2 inside guys. One of them was really old. The other one's not. Never mind. It's just, I don't get it. And doesn't Quinn Williams have a pretty big contract too? Like, I'm like, I thought you didn't want to pay Michael Parsons because he was expensive.
Yep, no, you had that, and then I thought it was really funny. They also had
Logan Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, which he's not bad.
He's not bad, no.
Again, I'm just like, okay, their defense isn't going to magically be better overnight. That's just my thing.
No. Honestly, the guy they need to get back, and he's still going to... We've been over this before because he was really good before he got hurt, and it's going to take a while because Overshown, he's really good, but he's going to come back hurt after being hurt for a while, so he's not going to be the same player right away. It might be a year from now he's back to what he was, but, I mean, that's it. Yeah. Hey, he's really good.
The trade deadline was interesting. I feel like what it shows you, Josh, this year is these draft classes have been weaker.
Yeah.
And teams are saying, hey...
I did like the Shaheed trade for Seattle, though. I did like that a lot. I really did. That was a good trade.
Yeah, it just adds another deep threat.
He's like Ted Ginn if he caught the ball.
I thought.
No offense to Ted.
Right. Gosh, I really thought it was entertaining. The Jets are just like, we're gonna sell.
Oh yeah, selling hard, bro, hard. They're like,
that franchise is a dumpster fire.
It's bad.
That's all I could say.
Yeah, I'm glad they're not like doing the thing where I really thought they were going to fire Aaron Glenn just because their owner's just like, it's the coach, buddy. Listen, Vince Lombardi ain't winning with that team, brother. He probably would leave himself. He'd be like, I can't win with these dudes. I'm out here. This owner's terrible.
Well, Vince Lombardi also, when he signed a contract agreement, he said, I want control.
Yeah,
that's the toughest thing now is just the Jets. Woody Johnson is.
Yeah.
He gets too involved.
Oh yeah.
Until he sells that team. Dude, that team is just going to be a perennial laughing stock. And you know what they'll do? Kind of what they'll get lucky, So I was even going to get into the Commanders a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So. The Commanders last year was genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get legitimate football players, and then we draft a young QB.
Yep.
They took the league by storm.
Yep.
This year, the age caught up with them.
Injuries, too. Been a rough year for injuries.
Well, because also they're old, right? So, that's where, the Jets, they're going to do one of these years where you're going to be like, oh, my gosh, they have all these veterans that are on prove-it deals. What's crazy is, the Commanders double down. They're like, let's keep doing it. So I'm just...
yeah, they had a chance to ease in with more young guys, but they didn't, and they should have. I agree. Definitely.
Yeah. So I think, they'll be fine because I think they have the core. I mean, dude, the whole Jaden Daniels thing, I think that was my biggest takeaway from this weekend is how dumb are the Commanders? They just love to ruin players' careers, especially quarterbacks. Why, in junk time, I get you're trying to get some rhythm, but, man, dude.
Yeah, I kind of get the...
You're gonna ruin this kid's career. There was no reason for him to be in that game. That game was over.
Not only that, I'm like, why it... Okay, so I talked about it on the TikTok that we made. I was like, I get the rhythm thing. Thing is, that game was over so fast. When the guy fumbled the kick, bless you. When the guy fumbled the kickoff and then they scored and it was 21-0, it's like, I'm not saying take them out then, but after the fourth quarter on, it's over. Just let it go. It's okay. You don't have to keep playing them. Sometimes you just have a game where everything goes wrong for you, and that was that game. So you just gotta let it go. It's just in general. It's not even just Jaden Daniels. It's in general. You just got to be careful with all your players because it's just like we're lost this game. Let's not lose anybody important, right? You know what I mean?
Well, they're lucky it wasn't his throwing elbow.
Yeah.
It's
Not only
just
that, he had
his-
no ligament damage, so he should be back in like 3 to 4 weeks. Which luckily that's not bad. You can get him rolling.
I mean,
I will say
I did
this:
that,
can we
I did
can
that
we
injury in college. It hurts. I can tell you that much.
let me
It's
tell
a
you something? Can
very,
we
very, very painful.
can we pump the brakes
recovery.
on one thing though? This young quarterback thing is so annoying. With like now we love this guy, we didn't like him last year. Now we hate the guy that we liked last year. Look, Drake May's playing well. I'm not saying he isn't, but can we relax? Now he's better than Jaden Daniels. Really, make it
He
NFC.
definitely. I always thought he was better than Caleb Williams, but
I want to see him make an AFC Championship game. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Nah. We need. I need to see you play in the playoffs. No, brother.
well, I'm sorry the Bears ain't gonna make it to an NFC title game, so we're good. No,
Yeah, I'm just tired of like it's so quick to jump people up. You know, it's a mess. Cause you know what? It's like the Justin Herbert thing. I don't think he's bad, but what has he really done? It's just every big game he plays in, he kind of plays okay, and I'm like, is he really good? I'm like, I just want to see it. I see the talent.
Yeah.
I want to see the
he
wins.
he plays like he does in college, right? Like to your point. Meh.
It's okay. I'm like Drake May. I do. We talked about him last year. I think when the team was bad, and we were like, he's pretty good. But like you just jumping him in front of a guy that had a good year just because he's having a little injury trouble and everything. Like, I'm like, let's give him a little time. It's like Jaden Daniels still did play really well last year. Like in that Eagles loss where they got blown out, he is literally the only guy that played well in that game, in that NFC Championship game.
Hey, you know who's having a great year? Geno Smith.
Oh,
Really?
that's
I think we
another
should've
thing.
done that
That's
note.
another thing with like the Sam Darnold and like Daniel Jones thing. You know, these kind of guys go in like stages. Geno Smith had that stage. It was really bad. Then he had like a couple years where he was solid. And then what happened? Pumpkin turned back into a pumpkin. So relax a little bit, everybody. Like I like Sam Darnold. The thing I'll give Sam Darnold is his arm has always been crazy. I give him that. Guy can, if you give him time, he can. Reminds me of golf, where he can really throw. Like
Josh, everybody next year will have a game plan
Yep.
for him.
Yep.
And he'll hold the ball too long and throw more picks. and
I'm
all of a sudden
saying you're
everyone's like, "What's wrong?"
generational players to what Tom's saying. Like that's the thing with Jordan Love. Like everyone gives him shit, but I'm like Jordan Love's still you get kind of scared when he has the ball at the end because you know he's gonna make plays. You know, Lamar,
Yep.
Josh Allen, Mahomes, even Mahomes, same thing. You're like, oh my God, he still has the ball in his hand. Like, please tackle him. You know, and it's like. Those guys, I'm kind of like, you know, it's like 50-50. He might make a good throw, but he also might throw a terrible interception. And I'm like, did anyone see Daniel Jones last week? Like, what the hell was that on that drive after they got the onside kick? They might have had it picked off. Well, there you go. Never mind.
Yep.
But what did you think of the trade deadline overall, Tom? We're done.
Yeah, just active, but we'll see. That's all I could say.
Yeah, same. It's you know, these kind of deals you never know until a couple years from now with some of them because of all the trades and everything. Titans are terrible though. I know that. God, I don't know how they even got to win. Thank God for Arizona being awful. That's it. Didn't want to say that.
Yep.
Thank you everybody so much for watching. Likes always appreciated. Subscribe for more content. And as always, Tom.
Roll Tide. Anchor down.
Anchor down, baby. Look good.